Just starting from the top, I mean, what allowed you guys to assert yourself the way you were able to? Would you contribute this week to it?
I think the number one thing was the team spirit. Outstanding from the start. We were all business. We came ready to compete and play and support each other, and you could feel the energy from the group. So, they're going to cause you problems. They're difficult to defend, and it's about staying with it and not relenting. And I thought that our resolve was great, our will was great, and we played fairly well until we were able to blow it open, which was a very impressive third quarter.
I mean, we only had 9 points or so. We missed a lot of usually makeable shots, but you guys were still able to blow this game wide open. I mean, is that just the effect he kind of has? He's able to create space, take it.
He definitely obviously is a big threat the other team has to account for. Overall, we just took care of the basketball. We played with pace. We played with purpose. We defended, and particularly in stretches. And you could just see the feeling. The feeling was so positive from our group that there was no bend and no break, and our guys. I think that was something that Chicago could feel.
Before the game, you were saying it's unclear how long really it'll take to see these big three kind of get in sync. It could be all season. It could happen instantaneously. Considering they'd only played 17 minutes together, I think coming into this, are you surprised at how quickly they kind of started to get into a flow in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, it was, on the one hand, these are things that each game presents something different. So tonight it felt seamless in many respects, but I felt it was seamless largely because of our purpose. We played with pace, we played with purpose, we had a great team spirit, and so that makes up for a lot of the I'm not quite sure where I should be on this play or how should I play off him on this play. But you play with that pace, that purpose, and you have that spirit. A lot of good things happen, and then when you make shots, we made a lot of shots. It kind of reinforces everything you're doing.
For the team spirit, is a lot of that because you have the big three loaded and you're going against a really good team. I mean, this is the first time you've had that circumstance against an elite team. I mean, does that get the players get up for that?
I definitely think that's a part of it. We know they've beaten us twice. They're first in the East, and we come in here and their crowd was excellent, from before the game. I think that definitely got our guys engaged.
Start Dayron and Kessler. What do you think you got out of it?
We really like them both. We like all the rookies. It's just a matter of giving them opportunities. David Duke had a 5-game stretch. Kessler's deserved it too. He's been really great. I think he adds length, athleticism, and he's really good at, I think, defensive instincts and sticking to the game plan. And Dayron gives us something different. He's got great hands. He's physical. He's got a knack for a few things out there on the floor for a 20-year-old. So, we have confidence in him. It's probably not going to be like that every night for a rookie, but that's the player we know is in there. It's just a matter of how quickly can he develop and what kind of role does he have long term.
You mentioned the third quarter. I think it was a 38 run at one point you guys run. Just what blew it open, as you said, that allowed you guys to run away with it?
Yeah, I think we forced turnovers. We held them to 19 points. We got out in transition, and that was probably it. But I think before we got the turnovers and the transition points, we were really solid. It wasn't a lot of wasted possessions. Like I said, there was pace and purpose offensively and defensively. We talked about just staying with it. They make or miss. Let's stay with our game plan, stick to it. And I think that there was a consistency of play that we've been asking for recently that was there.
You mentioned it this morning. You guys haven't been there so far this year, but you get this win in this kind of setting. What kind of emotional lift does it give to a group that was trying to find its rhythm and, as you mentioned, getting into later in the year?
Well, these games can definitely give a team confidence, give them mojo and something to build on, but it can also not. So it's something that we definitely is in the bank. We've shown that we can perform this way. We've shown the type of spirit and energy we can bring to the game, the purpose, like I said. Now we got to build on it. We go back. We could probably get home at 5 a.m. and we'll go back at it tomorrow. And have Brooklyn, Portland, Chicago, Brooklyn 4 and 5, and so it's not linear. Like we're not going to let's build on this tomorrow night. Who knows who's going to play tomorrow night and how we're going to approach it, because we don't know what time we'll finish de-icing our plane tonight, let alone get home and figure all those things out. So it was great performance. It's in the bank. We raised our level. We competed. We rose to the occasion, and we move forward. And hopefully, it is a moment in time that helped us get to another level.
Brought it up. Kevin only played 30 minutes. Is tomorrow the game that you guys have pegged to sit him and get some rest?
We'll see. It's anything's possible at this point. We could rest. We could not. We could mix and match, but I think we're going to see how everyone feels in the morning, how they come out of tonight, and make a long-term decision for tomorrow.
I mean, you out rebounded them. You mentioned the playing time. Bench gave you a lot. I mean, is this replicable that you think without Kyrie, given that it's going to be in and out like this, or is this good?
I don't know. Kyrie definitely is another huge threat on the floor, whether he scores 9 points or 29. So clearly you lose a generational talent when he's not in the lineup. But there's a level that we reach, like I said, with the purpose, the pace, the spirit, the resolve that I thought was really important for our group to see how successful they can be when they do that. And so even without Kyrie, can we bring that same level more often than not? And if we do, we'll get back to a top 10 defense like we were for most of the year. We'll get back to pushing for the top spot in the East. But it's hard work. It's not easy, and you got to do it day in, day out.
How useful was it to see some of those shots going for him? And either of your centers, are you more or less confident in either of those two being back for a long season? I'm saying LaMarcus and Nick.
Being back for good question. I don't think LaMarcus will see, but Nick's a day-to-day position right now. I think we're just being very cautious. I don't think Nick's, we're not like fearful that Nick's got something that's going to keep him out long term. It's just being cautious. Same with LaMarcus, but it's we haven't been with him, so to speak. So we'll get back and see how he's doing. But I would say that's unlikely. But like I said, all these decisions will be made tomorrow, I think, so that we kind of give it some space and see how everyone makes out in the morning.
I'm not going to do the math. Roughly plus 100 at DeAndre, Patty, and Blake. Does that hustle play what they both go through these balls? What would you say to those three?
The double dive was special, but they were great. Everyone played well. It's nice when everyone has a part of the victory, and it was a team effort. Blake had great minutes, defensively and even offensively. He made plays for us, so he was great. DB was great. You go down the line, everyone kind of contributed and got a good feeling out of it. And I thought just it was great to see the guys supporting each other from the jump. The bench was into the game, standing up, cheering their teammates on. I think that's the type of development that we need as well as on the court development.